Our next testifier is Ms. Slatin Schwartz from CCX Media. Ms. Schwartz, will you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Madam Chair and committee members. My name is Shannon Slatin Schwartz. I'm the Executive Director of the Northwest Suburbs Cable Communication Commission and CCX Media. We cover the 9 cities north of 394 and west of Highway 100. Today, I'm also proud to be here representing MACTA, an organization of PEG stations from all around the state. And in case you don't know, PEG stands for Public, Educational, and Governmental Programming that is produced by cities and organizations like mine. Today, we humbly ask to include funding for community cable televisions in the Legacy Omnibus bill. This would be Senate File 2289. We produce unique stories and content that people cannot find anywhere else. We fill a growing news desert, and we promote government transparency at its very local levels. We record many local city council meetings. At CCX Media, we record 365 city meetings a year, and last year in 2024, we know those meetings were viewed more than 54,000 times. That's up from where it was just a few years ago at 30,000 views. We know people care about what happens inside their city hall, not just in suburbs, but in smaller communities too. Places like Dassel and Maple Lake, which are 2 of the 10 cities covered by the Sherburne-Wright Cable County Commission. They record 228 meetings a year and counting. So meetings is a big part of what we do, but it's not all that we do. We also shine a light on what's happening in your neighborhood parks and arts and culture, and what's going to be on your local ballot, what's going to be on in your local festival, as well as at your city parade. And we know that our coverage matters. Up in Grand Rapids, a viewer wrote this email to Itasca Community TV, sharing appreciation for covering a ceremony presenting the Silver Star to a soldier who died in the Tet Offensive many decades ago. The viewer wrote, "I have watched and rewatched the segment your team put together on YouTube and Instagram. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the respect that you conveyed. Your piece was a tribute to his courage, and it honored his sacrifice." For 45 years, community television has been funded by cable franchise fees and PEG fees. But as viewers move away from cable television to streaming services, that directly impacts our revenue. At CCX Media alone, our revenue has gone down 35% since 2017. Stations across the state are reporting drops that range from 13% to 43%. So, like you are having to weigh tough choices on what goes into this bill, we are also having to weigh really tough choices with what goes into our budgets. Do we cut back on our city council meeting coverage? Do we cut back on our voter forums, on the parades that we do, or the high school games that we cover? Really hard decisions, which is why we're asking today for a stopgap funding measure that has bipartisan support so we can keep working on modernizing our funding model while still delivering the news, the meeting coverage, and the sports coverage that our communities have come to expect from organizations like us. So we humbly ask for your consideration for 2289. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Schwartz.